Hi folks, I'm Daniella Young, Senior Leadership Development and Culture Strategy Advisor for Cavness HR, a virtual HR company that's innovating the way that small businesses conduct HR. Today we're going to talk about leadership development. Most business leaders today know that leadership development is important, yet more than 50% of them say that their leadership programs fail. We're living in turbulent times. I think we all know that. In regards to employment, talent management, and the future of work, it's pretty choppy. In fact, experts agree that nobody knows what the future of work is going to look like within just the next few years. Everyone does agree on one thing. Folks no longer stay at the same company for 20 to 30 years. Rather than focusing on building one company, people focus on building their personal brands so that they can move with flexibility. What this means is that many times the leaders that you are developing, you're developing for somebody else. Because of this, the amount of leadership development in many companies is not going up, it's going down. The biggest problem that we're all facing in the future, it's not technological. It has to do with lack of leadership. It's been said that the best leaders spend 50 to 60% of their time mentoring others. And this is so important to having future leaders. But many of us are hesitant to develop leaders that may leave. As many of you know, if you follow Cavness HR, most of us come from military backgrounds. In the military, there's always been a very high turnover of people, both in their jobs and in the service. In fact, less than 10% of young lieutenants stay in to make general. However, because of the nature of the military, when you need a new general, you can't just find the best person on LinkedIn. They have to come from within the ranks. What this has meant is that every new soldier receives leadership development. They're actively paired up with senior leaders who can show them the way, teach by showing, and answer their questions. And yes, more than 90% of them move on to other things or other companies eventually. But as leaders, we can't see that as a waste. I challenge you to spend some time today thinking about what formal leadership development you have in place for your folks, your young people, your new people, your future leaders. And I challenge you to realize that if and when they leave, the work wasn't wasted. If we all spend just 10% of our time developing leaders, what that means is that while you're developing a leader for another company, someone else is developing one for you. And never forget, culture is a strong emotional resource that you have at your disposal. It's right up there with your human, technological, and financial resources. Of course, you shouldn't ignore it. Learn to harness it, and go forth and be great today.